What is going on, LFA Youth and greater YouTube world? Pastor Tanner here, and welcome back to 260 and 260. Today we're going to be in Matthew 5. It's going to be the longest chapter so far, so y'all buckle in. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. I'm going to be reading out of the New Living Translation. Here we go. One day, as he saw crowds gathering, Jesus went up on the mountainside and sat down. His disciples gathered around him, and he began to teach them. This is the Beatitudes, starting in verse 3. God blesses those who are poor and realize their need for him, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. God blesses those who mourn, for they will be comforted. God blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the whole earth. God blesses those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. God blesses those who are merciful, for they will be shown mercy. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. God blesses those who labor for peace, for they will be called children of God. And God blesses those who are persecuted for righteousness, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. God blesses you when people mock you and persecute you and lie about you and say all sorts of evil things against you because you are my followers. Be happy about it. Be very glad, for a great reward awaits you in heaven. And remember, the ancient prophets were persecuted in the same way. You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it's lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot and counted as worthless. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. Don't misunderstand why I have come. I did not come to abolish the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. No, I came to accomplish their purpose. I tell you the truth, until heaven and earth disappear, not even the smallest detail of God's law will disappear until its purpose is achieved. So if you ignore the least commandment and teach others to do the same, you will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But anyone who obeys God's law and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. But I warn you, unless your righteousness is better than the righteousness of the teachers of religious law and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Verse 21, you have heard that our ancestors were told you must not murder. If you commit murder, you are subject to judgment. But I say, if you are even angry with someone, you are subject to judgment. If you call someone an idiot, you are in danger of being brought before the court. And if you curse someone, you are endangered of the fire of hell. So if you're presenting a sacrifice at the altar in the temple and suddenly you remember that someone has something against you, leave that sacrifice there at the altar and go and be reconciled to that person. Then come and offer your sacrifices to God. When you are on your way to the court with your adversary, settle your differences quickly. Otherwise, your accuser may hand you over to the judge, who will hand you over to an officer, and you will be thrown into prison. And if that happens, you surely won't be free again until you have paid the last penny. Verse 27, you have heard the commandments that say, you must not commit adultery. But I say, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So if your eye, even your good eye, causes you to lust, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your hand, even your stronger hand, causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than your entire body to be thrown into hell. Verse 31, you have heard that the law says a man can divorce his wife by merely giving her a written notice of divorce. But I say that a man who divorces his wife, unless she has been unfaithful, causes her to commit adultery. And anyone who marries a divorced woman also commits adultery. You have also heard that our ancestors were told, you must not break your vows. You must carry out the vows you make to the Lord. But I say, don't even make any vows. Do not say by heaven, because heaven is God's throne. And do not say by the earth, because the earth is his footstool. And do not say by Jerusalem, for Jerusalem is the city of the great king. Do not even say by my head, for you can't even turn one hair white or black. Just say a simple yes, I will, or no, I won't. Anything beyond this is from the evil one. Verse 38, you have heard the law that says that punishment must match the injury. In other words, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek as well. If you are sued in court and your shirt on your back is given, give your coat too. If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. Give to those who ask, and don't turn away from those who want to borrow. Verse 43, you have heard that the law says, love thy neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, even love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you, and in that way you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on both the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you any different from anyone else? Even the pagans do that. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Woo! And that is going to conclude Matthew chapter 5. I want you to know that I'm proud of you for sticking with us this far in this challenge. If you're brand new and maybe you've watched like 6 videos in one day, the last 4 videos in one day, I'm proud of you. Want to encourage you to continue to press forward until we get all the way through the New Testament. Until next time, tomorrow for Matthew chapter 6. Bye. Love ya.